This
To this
conference will now be recorded.
this welcome to this training on Android. So welcome to all of you to this training on Android organized by Ardent Computech Private Limited. So this Android is one of the booming technology nowadays, and it will be taken by one of the particular person who is not only into the training division but also into the development house of Ardent, and it is none other than Pallavi Madam, who has been long associated with your college. She had also taken offline training at your college last year, so it will be very happening class because Android, you could build many apps and you could do many other things with Android. And in today's world, Android is the most happening app making technology in the world. Obviously, there are other technologies like Flutter or React Native, but to start with, Android is one of the best technology to master with. So all of the students are joining. We are going to wait for three, 3 minutes more, and then we are going to start. In the meantime, I would request all of you to join with your full name. I could see that you have joined already. You need to join with your full name, and also please do update your email ID. The process to update your email ID is whether if you are joining either from your desktop, laptop, or mobile, just click your name. You'll find on the very right hand side 3 dots. Over there you'll find edit your info. You'll find edit your info. In the edit your info box, just click it. You can update your full name and your email ID. Students, this is a compulsory because this will help us to provide your attendance, regular attendance, which is mandatory. All of you to update. I'll tell you the process. Just click your name. On the very right hand side, you'll find editor your info. If you're logging in from mobile, you'll find 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots and click the edit your info option. Students, please do not join with only mobile number 72204 or any of your only your roll number. Please, you can have your roll number, but please write your name. This will help us to provide your attendance. This will help us to provide your attendance. Just click on your, if you're from mobile or any other thing, just click on your name. You'll find on the very right hand side, edit your info. If you're clicking joining from mobile, you'll have 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots, you'll find edit your info. Please write your name and email ID. This will help us to provide your attendance. Another 2 options. Another 2 options is that please do not unmute yourself. Please, whatever problem you have, communicate through the chat box. See, I have written out over there, welcome to Android training. So yes, showed up, Chandra. Uh, Welcome to Android training. Whatever doubt you have, please write in your chat box. If you have a doubt, extreme doubt, then only unmute yourself, ask the permission of the faculty, and then only speak. Also, I request you not to switch on your videos. Also, I request you not to switch on your videos. So, as this is a very fast class, I could see many of the students are still joining. We'll wait for 4 more minutes and start sharp at 11:20. We'll start sharply at 11:20, but from the next day onwards, students, I'll request you to join by 11. Maximum of 3 to 4 minutes rest time can be allowed. Saurabh, your faculty is going to tell you everything, whether you are dealing with Java or Kotlin. Here, Pallavi ma'am has uh, answered your query. So, once again, a very good morning to every one of you. Welcome to this training on Ardent, in Ardent on Android. So, I'll request Pallavi ma'am to start the training. Pallavi ma'am is going to uh, take the session, this entire session of Android, and she will be actually the trainer or the instructor for this Android for the whole session. So now over to Pallavi ma'am. Pallavi ma'am, please to start today's class. And again, please from next day onwards, try to join by 11:05. Thank you. So Pallavi ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Students,
Good
am I
morning,
audible
ma'am.
to all? Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. Good morning.
Thank you, everyone. Uh, let's begin with our sessions. Today's we are having the first class as in the last year, almost during this time I was there in your college. Today I'm fortunate that I'm again taking your training back with a new batch of the students. I hope you guys will enjoy this training with me, and of course please communicate with me whatever problem you are having. Please communicate with me over the chat box, or unmute your mic and you can say your problems. And most importantly, we have already been created a WhatsApp group. You can communicate with me over there also. I wish everyone to cooperate with me, as well as to have this wonderful journey of learning the Android. So let's start our sessions, that is the Android application development training. Myself, Pallavi Shaha, has already been a trainer for these technical departments, and also developers on mobile application development. The native and the hybrid application, both sort of development works I'm currently processing, and I was processing for the last few years. So let's start with our sessions on Android application development. If I'm not wrong, yes, Saurav has already asked me that whether we are going to use Java or Kotlin for learning this particular applications, or developing this applications. So we are learning this Android, or will be learning this Android application development using Java language. And I guess everyone of you have prior knowledge on Java, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So everyone of you have a prior knowledge on Java, so I guess there will be no problem for you guys to understand as well as to implement it in terms of Android. So let's start finally. The first thing that we'll be discussing today, it's some bit of some technical terms and some history regarding the Android that might help you, especially in your interview purposes. You are currently in third year or third sem. Please, can you, anyone can mention which semester or year you are currently pursuing? Third year, fifth sem. Very good. Okay, so fine then. So almost in the coming year, means in the coming months only, you will be appearing for your interviews. So I guess definitely this training will boost your with the boost your CV for a better opportunity in this today's in this IT sectors and this environment, as a new employer. So let's start with this. So the first topic that I'm going to discuss, or rather I'm going to ask you people, what do you understand by mobile application? Either you can type out in your chat box, or you can unmute your mic and you can have your means you can give your reply. And if anyone feels that it will be easier for you to have the conversation, or if you want to reply in Hindi, that is also welcome. So don't think the English language as an communication barrier between you and me. Applications run in the mobile device. Okay. Very specifically, if you want to mention, what do you understand by mobile application development? Mobile application development. What do you understand? Say in your own language. I don't want to hear any jargon or something like that, or any copy paste thing from Google. So you can have whatever you think related to the terms. You can express your feeling about that.
मैम मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन एक सॉफ्टवेयर है
Hmm.
मैम that we use to run any means mobile phones, tablet or watches by using a
Acha.
computer program.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Sonali. Anyone
ma'am.
else? I got a reply from Sonali. I got a reply from Saurav. What about the rest? Designed to run on mobile device. Okay, thank you, Sweta. Fine. So let's come to the first point, that why do we need mobile application? Means if you understand the purpose of using or the requirement of mobile application, then only you can understand the process and hence the demand in today's market, or how the things have been coming up. So first of all, here I have listed very few important points that for which mobile applications are so much popular and also in demand. So what's the thing? Very first option and very first point is all about the number of users. As you people said that we run an application on mobile device. So we run an application of mobile device because, or we require to develop the application that can run on mobile design, designed to run on mobile design, as mentioned by Sweta. So the thing is that the number of mobile users are increasing day by day. Hence, the mobile users are increasing day by day. Thus, the requirement of developing different kinds of applications is also increasing. So that wherever the person is, that person can easily avail some facility and complete his own demand and the task. So the very first point is number of mobile phone users are increasing as compared to desktop user, or better to say system user, maybe laptop, desktop, whatever the thing is. So mobile phone users are means increasing in numbers in the sense, not a certain range of peoples are only increasing or are only using mobile device. Mobile device are such a device or such a gadget that is been used from age of 8 months to 80 years or above of that. So any age group people are prone to this device can use efficiently this device and have the and avail the features available in that particular device. So since the users are increasing and people want to avail the features that they require for their own purposes, for fulfilling their own purposes, definitely for that we require the personalizations effect. The better the personalization the apps provide us, better for us to use and to understand the thing. So thus the second point that I have mentioned over here is the apps provide better personalization. That means we can customize the settings, the font, the styles, the communication pattern, whatever the whichever way we want to use our application, we can use it with the customization effects that currently we are getting in different applications. Next things, whenever we use any mobile apps, we find that it uses different features. Like it might use camera features, it might use microphone, it might use location where you are currently traveling, or it might use your gallery or your file manager or any other application. So application or mobile app as a whole is a package which is using or which is interacting with another application or making use of the device feature as a whole. So it's a very important point for the increasing requirement of mobile application. Next, mobile applications are very much in demand because we can parallelly work in online as well as in offline mode. जब चाहो ऑनलाइन में चल जाओ, जब चाहो ऑफलाइन में यूज करो अपने एप्लीकेशन को, जिस एप्लीकेशन जब चाहो जैसे यूज करना चाहो इजीली यूज कर सकते हैं. So ease of work in online and offline mode. Next, the third most important thing जिसके कारण वेबसाइट से ज्यादा एप्लीकेशन पॉपुलर हो रहे हैं आज के डेट में, दैट इज बिकॉज apps works very fast than compared to websites, than compared to web pages. वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल ले लो फेसबुक का. फेसबुक तुम वेबसाइट में खोल कर देखो और तुम ऐप से यूज करो फेसबुक, हर टाइम देखना कि ऐप जो फेसबुक ऐप जो है ज्यादा इजीली तुमको रिस्पॉन्स देगा as compared to your website portal that you are opening in your Facebook. So in this way we can make a comparison and we can find out all the advantages that we are getting from being a mobile application user. So for and all these advantages are making popular and highly in demand for development of mobile application. Am I clear, guys? Okay, so anyone have any query regarding this, any of the point or something? I repeat my question. Anyone have any query or anything regarding or any point that you want to get it repeated or something related to this? Okay, fine.
No,
So
ma'am.
fine. Okay, fine. Then so let's move to the next slide that will help us to define the types of mobile application. I hope you have heard, or rather in the introductions, means while we are conducting means initiating this training, our mentor or our branch manager Mr. Rajesh Mitra sir has already been mentioned some of the points, some of the highlighted topics like Android, Flutter, React Native. So I hope you guys might have heard about the things and might definitely are using different apps that are being developed with those frameworks. So now there's a time to say you or to discuss us very slightly that what are the kinds of mobile application are available in today's market. We are using different apps and we find each and every apps functional equivalently. Well, definitely depending on the core functionality of the app, the apps will definitely works differently. Definitely location app will not provide you the how to send the message to any other person or something like that, but still it will definitely help you out to overall theme each and every things that we are getting. The essence of mobile application are same for every application, but we don't know what is the framework been used behind it. So for that, nowadays we actually categorize mobile application into two. What are those? One is native apps and another one is hybrid apps. Native apps and hybrid apps, these are the two current categories of any mobile applications. You can easily categorize into two. Now what are under the natives are very simple, the one which we are learning now, that is the Android application. The Android application is, or Android application development is the tool, or is the forum which comes under the native application. All the Android apps are native apps. Apart from the Android apps, the iOS apps all are comes under the category of native apps. Then what are the hybrid apps, or which one are the hybrid apps? The hybrid apps are very example you people uses like Facebook, Instagram, these apps, YouTube, these types of apps, Netflix, means hundred and thousands are there. So these are the categorizations of app that comes under the hybrid application. So I've pointed out some of the popular apps example that we uses today's nowadays. So that is comes under the hybrid apps. Now what are the frameworks used under that? Like Flutter, Xamarin, React Native, Cordova, Anik. These are different kinds of frameworks that we use for hybrid application. So in this way, we can categorize different application and we can uniquely point out the application that are coming under this categorizations. Clear to all? So though our main point of concern is the native apps, that is Android application. We are the Android application development, not the iOS part. So we'll be learning how we can build up a native application using Android in this training courses. So moving to the next slide, finally with the definition that what is mobile application development. A very simple and very means just it's a language you can the words that are very easily understandable to you is been written over here. That's the process by which an application software is been developed. You know that we generally categorize the softwares into different parts, the application softwares and the driver software. So over here the application software that are designed for low level handheld devices. Not only we include mobile devices but also EDA, PDAs, as we mentioned, smart watches, smart TVs. So all this kind of mobile devices or low level handheld devices uses a software, an application software. That's development process of that application software is known as mobile application development. So this is the definition for mobile application development as a whole. Now Under the mobile application development, as I mentioned, we are eager to learn how we can develop an app in a native platform, that is Android. What means basically we are going to learn the application, the process of developing the application in Android, for Android devices, how we can run it, how we run an application that already we use it, we know, but how the process, what is the paradigm of developing that application. Before going to that, this an informative slide for you guys. I will ask you guys to go through it, because this slide will help you out to know about the different technologies that were in the market, or were in the market, and of course maybe in the future also we'll be definitely getting one or more technologies among this. So these are the technologies, the programming languages that supports the technologies, and the platforms that uses these technologies are mentioned in this particular slide. So I'll ask you people just to go through it. It's an informative slide for you guys. Many one or more of the technologies you might have used also, or using also, and were used also, maybe have used it, or at least might you have heard about it. It's okay with this slide? Shall I move to the next? Okay, fine. So moving to the next, just a second. Now finally it's time to introduce you about the mobile, about the Android, basically Android application development. Now first of all, we should understand why Android is in so much in demand, why it's so much in popularity. So the reason, there are different reasons behind Android, but these are the foremost important reason for making Android such a popular in today's scenario. And almost, if I'm not wrong, 60% of the world user are using Android nowadays. So we means almost we all are using. I don't know among you how many of you are using iOS or the Apple phone, but still I guess many of you, or maximum, or maybe all of you are using Android device. Now what's the popularity, what's the reason behind the popularity of Android? First of all, the foremost point is open source. Android is an open source application. Everyone have heard this term before also, open source. This open source, since Android is an open source, what to say, open source framework, so it is easily used by the developers, who are actually totally into this Android application development, or totally into the Android development, or behind the screen. So on screen, off screen, those who are working for Android, they can easily use the Android SDK because it is an open source SDK. Next point is that, as I mentioned, on screen, off screen developers, like the person who are dedicated for Android development only via the company of Google, or maybe the non-employer of Google who are associated behind the development of Android. So for those also, these are actually due to its larger community. So many people are directly or indirectly becoming the developer for Android, and day by day this developer team is getting larger and easily communicable with one another, with the community reach, with they have a common community group. With that community group they can interact with each other and resolve their purposes for behind its development forum. Next, since the developers of Android are increasing, it's already be an open source in the market. Hence, it helps for the market scenario to get approved, to get increase. So Android is getting or grabbing the market, increasing the market scenarios, and it helping them to use it in a further mode also. Now the most important point for increase of market, apart from the open source and the developer reach, is the facility that Android provide. The facility that Android provide since from its first version release is the inter app integration. That means one app easily integrate with the help of the another application. So inter app integration forum helps Android to get it much more popular and usable for the client, by the client rather to say. Since it is increasing, grabbing the market, having a good market strategies, hence we can easily get the Android based mobile devices in the market with a lower cost. So reducing cost of development, because the marketing are booming for the Android mobile phones as well as for the application. So development costs are hence reducing. Thus, the success ratio are increasing when the development costs are decreasing due to the market scenario. Hence, the success ratio are increasing. As I said, you almost 60 to 70% of the world user are using Android. So, definitely the success ratio of Android is higher, and hence all these things are affecting for development of Android, because it has a SDK which is an open source, and that open source SDK is rich with the development environment. Different libraries, packages, different all means complete stuffs, complete package into one are present within or are available by the Android SDK, that is helping the developer to develop beautiful applications, and hence the demand of Android app is increasing, the demand of mobile phone of Android is also parallelly increasing. So all the scenarios come together to make Android popular and ever booming in the market since today also. Okay. Fine. So let's move to the next slide now. Now, the next slide will help you to understand what is Android. As mentioned before, it's an open source. But what is it? After all, it's an operating system, dear, which run in our mobile devices. We know that everyone know that Android device, Android mobile phone, but Android mobile phone, Android operating system is using Linux as its base. So on the basis of the Linux platform, this Android system has been built up for mobile devices. Now over here, mobile devices doesn't mean only smartphones. Over here, mobile devices means any mobility device, any device which has the mobility features that can easily move from one place to another place. So smart, that's why in today's scenario, in we are getting in smart TV, we are getting in smart watches, and even we are getting in automobiles, automotive systems. All those features we are getting, means all those places we are getting Android operating system. Now who has developed Android? Everyone of us know that Android is a product of Google. But if we go into deep, we will find that Android is being developed by Open Handset Alliance, a consortium which is led by Google and other companies. So Open Handset Alliance, in short OHA, it's popularly known as OHA, the short form, where the prior person or the prior company is of course Google, and apart from that Google company, the all the companies who are selling Android products are part of OHA. So it's like it's a consortium, it's like a constitution, or you can think like a IEEE. We have the I hope you every one of you have heard about IEEE, that proposes what a software can contains, the pros and cons and each and everything. Yes or no? IEEE. In different programming languages, maybe you have heard about IEEE. Haven't you heard it? Acha. So let me say you, IEEE is a standardization which standardize what a software can contains. What are the limit of a software? What the software should contains? What is the process for developing that software? They use to set up those rules, you can say those rules and regulations. So similarly, OHA for Android Open Handset Alliance, OHA is a consortium that set up all the rules that an Android operating system can have, and the device that are installing Android operating system should ensure that they are undergoing all the features and the permission that are required to be taken. And also the application, those are built on Android apps, I mean those are popular as Android apps, all those are using all those features and the standardizations. So all this are taking place, the agreement, those who are using, those who are selling Android devices, all those things are taken care by the Open Handset Alliance. Now it's clear. Am I clear now? Okay. Now coming to the persons, we have said about the companies till now, but companies as a whole represent a product. But definitely behind that, behind those companies, the persons are the main factor. Here also, in case of Android also, we are using this Android such means a wonderful operating system, a framework due to this person. So the developers of Android are Andy Rubin, Rich Minard, Nick Schreers, and Chris White. These are the four core developers who had developed Android. And among these core developers, Andy Rubin is the primary developer. and means after his name only the name Android has been proposed. So these are the main developer behind the development of Android. So this is all about the Android. What is it? Who was the developers and the company behind the Android. Now here also there is a twist behind the development of Android. What is a twist? Let's talk about that twist in the next slide. That is the history. If we go behind the history of Android, we'll find that the original developer of Android, or rather the owner of Android, is a company known as Android Incorporation. Google was not the primary owner. Android Incorporation was a company that was a primary owner for the development behind the development of Android. But later on, it was been acquired by Google, and that's why we all say that the Android is a product from Google. So henceforward, means in the 2005 July, in the month of July, Google has acquired it, and in November 2007, OHA was formed. As I mentioned you that OHA is a consortium led by Google. So here OHA was formed later on in the year of 2007. Then in the year of 2008, it was made open source. As we know, each and every software wasn't an open source software, but in the year of 2008, Android was made as an open source software, and then many new members keeps on joining OHA and making the Android popular and usable for different mobile devices. So nowadays whatever the upcoming companies we are finding, we are finding that we are checking it out, we are finding that Android is the operating system that is being used, or that is been used for that particular mobile devices, because it's low in cost and easily demandable in the market also. So this is the small history behind the Android. Okay. So is it clear regarding the last three slides that I have just discussed? Anyone have any question or any query regarding this three slides? Again, I'm saying you can easily ask me your query if you have any in any language, either English, Hindi, any language. Fine. I think you people have no doubt regarding, I mean, till now whatever been covered. So I'm moving to my next slide. That is for us as an application. So far we are learning that Android is an app, it's an operating system, it uses this, it uses that. But for us it's very important, because Android is an operating system definitely, but behind that it is a framework also. It's acting as a framework so that we can use it in our purpose. So as an application, what's it? As an application, we can easily develop a app using Java or Kotlin, or Kotlin programming language with the help of the Android SDK support. So that's the framework. That's a software development kit Android SDK is providing us, which have different libraries, packages encapsulated together so that we can use all of them or as per the requirement for our development of an Android app. And we can make this application easily available in the market via the play stores, the online play stores that we are having, like Google Play Store, Amazon App Store, and different other play stores are there who are selling Android application, Android products. So we can sell out our product if we want to as an application. So in this way we develop our apps and we sell it out via the play stores. Now next, what are the features of Android development or Android apps is popular due to its features. What features? First of all, definitely its UI. Amazing UI features are there. We can change the UI as per, means we can change the UI in the sense we can change the theme or the style, like a dark theme and the white theme or the general theme. Nowadays almost each and every apps are supporting these things. So beautiful UI, easily understandable UI, that is user interface, are being provided by Android. Since its user interface is understandable and beautiful, so anyone can use it without any problem, without any very much complications. Easily they can interpret and use it. Now no means we can use we or rather we use a features not only due to this user interface, not only to its the features provided by the app, but what the features demand. Definitely the features demand a connectivity, the strong connection. What connection? The internet connections, or maybe the Bluetooth connection, or maybe the sharing connections. So the connectivity is a strong feature behind the Android. If you have means you have experienced that if you turn on your internet via your mobile data or via your Wi-Fi, you will find that whichever suits better, whichever provide you the strongest internet services, it usually shuffle between it automatically without any manual intervention. Yes or no? How many of you manually change your service, either mobile data or your Wi-Fi? Do you do it manually or you get it automatically switching means automatically it get toggled out? Yes, hello. Hello, am I audible? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, fine. So as I was asking, how many of you is manually changing your internet connection, either the between the Wi-Fi or your data, mobile data? I hope none of you. If you turn on both the thing, you will find automatically that it gets shuffled up, switches off automatically within themselves. So that's a very good features that provide by an Android operating system, and it's help for our application also. Next point is the storage. We are using different apps, and each and every apps are filled with lots of data. So now this lots of data where to get stored. It might stored in the server it's using of, or it might requires the phone as a whole. So we are getting in a phone a ample of storage spaces. We don't use any, or rather we hardly use the external SD card to use the storage. We are getting nowadays, we are getting the embedded SD card, embedded external storage in our mobile only, apart from the primary space, primary RAM space. So in this way, the storage feature is the next feature which is helping us. Means is very it's very useful for us for running our application. Next thing is the media support. We can get any kind of media support: WMV, GIF, JPG, PNG, or any media file, MP4, MP3. Any kind of media support is easily available within Android phone. This is helping for messaging also. We have some inbuilt messaging apps. We can use other messaging apps like Line, WhatsApp, Hangout, or maybe Truecaller messaging. Any kind of messaging apps you can use apart from the inbuilt messaging apps. Next, we don't require to sit behind our laptop or desktop to use web browsers if we have our mobile phone and internet connection there. Easily, web browsers are available in mobile phone also, and we can use it from there. Next thing is the multitasking. We used to play music, we used to text somebody, or we used to check out our chats, our Instagram, or our Facebook account. Anything, multitasking are simultaneously going on. A location finder is finding the locations. Anything, any support you want, it's been going on simultaneously. Multi-language support: Hindi, English, Urdu, Tamil, Telugu, whatever language, Bengali, whatever language you want, you can easily use it by the help of, or by the facility of, multi-language support. Next is the resizable visit. We can easily make up a shortcut of any application, and we can put it in our home screen, like the clock, like the alarms, and each and everything. This kind of resizabling visits are available, shortcuts are available within our apps, or tax to do kind of things. We can have this particular features in our Android. So all those features together working for the popularity of application, for the popularity of the operating system as a whole. Moving to the next slide is the Android versions. Now, every one of you are using Android phone? Yes, or anyone is there who is using iPhone? iPhone user, how many? Or everyone is using Android phone? Android user, okay.
Android, ma'am.
Android only. Okay, so I can guess maximum of you, or maybe all of you, are using Android. Now, which version of Android you guys are using? Or let me ask the question in different way. Which is the latest version that has been released in the market for all the user? Name the version or maybe the number also. You can, if you are accustomed with the version number, you can say that also. Name the version or the number of Android that is been latest released in the market. Okay, 10.1, then question mark. Acha, fine. Let's check.
11.0.
11.0, maybe 11. Abhijit, 11. Okay, I got 10, one reply, and 3 for 11. What about the rest? 11, Suraj. 11 again for from Pragati. 11.0 as mentioned. Okay, fine. So this is the latest version, you think? Okay. Which is the first version of Android released for the user? Again, name or number, anything you can mention. I repeat my question. Which is the first version released in the market? Hear very carefully. First version released in the market, which are popularly, which was released in the market for each and every user. 1.0. Suraj has mentioned. Okay. Apple Pie 1.0. Acha. Ronut. Okay. Two of them said 1.0. One said Ronut. What about the others? 1.0 Alpha. Acha. One point zero. Achha, let me give the reply 1.0 again. Okay, let me give the reply of my last question. That is, what is the latest version released for Android? That was, or rather, that is the Android R11. Correct, that is 11. Not 10.0 or 10.1. It's 11, 11.0. And the worst version that was released for the user is Cupcake. I repeat, that was released for the user is Cupcake, not 1.0. Now, as I mentioned, now everyone knows that in an alphabetic order we used to get the Android versions. So can you people name it out in the chronological order? I'm coming to the point. I'm coming to your point, Suraj. I'm coming to your point, Suraj.
And can you repeat your question?
Yeah, definitely. I'm repeating my question. My question is, every one of us know that, and all the versions of Android that has been released so far, I uses alphabetic order naming. So can you people name those versions in an alphabetic order? At least, can you try it? Abhijit, okay. Cupcake, donut, eclairs. This much only, Abhijit. Okay, as much as you can, as much as you people can, you can list out the names as much as you can. If not all 11s, at least as much as you can list out the names. I given you a hint also. These are last I remember, ma'am. Okay, not a problem, Vijit. Fine. Sonali, apple pie. Pie is a favorite food. I think personally. Yeah, she is not leaving the pie at all. Banana bread,
Ma'am, I'm
cupcake, donut.
writing.
Okay. Ajay, cupcake, donut, froyo, gingerbread. Then there was jelly bean, Kit Kat, lollipop,
Version is
marshmallow. Okay.
according. Hello, ma'am.
Huh, say?
Ma'am, version is according to alphabet, and it is the name of means what chocolate's name.
Sweet dishes, basically we can say.
Yes, ma'am.
Oreo. Okay, fine. So almost many of you are know it alphabetically. Some of you might have little bit of doubt. Now, here's the versions before you. All the versions are mentioned from A to R. Now, where is A and B? You might ask me. Now, coming back to the question that has been arised by Suraj. Suraj has mentioned that Android made its official public debut in 2008 with Android 1.0, a release so ancient it didn't even a cute code name. Okay, whatever. Now see, Suraj, as my question was actually, what is the first version released for the user in the market for the user? It was my first question. Actually, if we say that, uh, according to you people, if I say only the first version, it's correct. Many of you has mentioned it as 1.0. Absolutely, it's correct. There is no doubt in it. 1.0 is the first version and then 1.1. Basically 1.0 and 1.1 is known as alpha and beta version, which doesn't have any code name as specifically. Means all these code names are of after these sweet dishes, but for A and B we don't have anything code name. Some of the people used to say apple pie, or some of the people used to say something, what's that, something like some banana bread had mentioned by Sonali, like that. But basically we say that alpha version and beta version, which was not officially used by the user, what not officially public for the user. It was used in the market but was not been popular by the user. It was been basically was released for in the market for the development purpose only. बट फॉर द यूजर फुल फ्लेज एकदम यूजर मतलब ठीक ठाक से यूज कर सकता है, ऐसा वर्जन, ऐसा फर्स्ट रिलीज अगर बोला जाए तो फिर वो है कपकेक से. फिर भी फर्स्ट वर्जन हमेशा ही 1.0 रहेगा, बट यूजर के लिए अगर फर्स्ट वर्जन जो यूजर ठीक से यूज किया है हर एक यूजर के लिए, तो वो है कपकेक. So from the cupcake onwards up to the latest version as mentioned by you all, that is Android 11 R version, हर एक देखो अल्फाबेटिक ऑर्डर में. So cupcake, donut, eclairs, froyo, gingerbread, honeycomb, ice cream sandwich, jelly bean, Kit Kat, lollipop, marshmallow, nougat, Oreo pie, QR, this all are the versions name. And for each and every versions we have one or many version number. जैसे 1.0, 1.1, 1.5, 1.6 eclairs के लिए जैसे 2 वर्जन था, फ्रोयो के लिए जैसे 2-3 वर्जन था, मतलब वर्जन नंबर में सेम वर्जन नंबर में ही वेरिएंट था. Similarly, like that, we have the things for means each and every name is associated with the version number. Actually version number पहले दिया जाता है फिर name decide किया जाता है because we are not comfortable with the numbers always, so we have the intentions to give a name. Like जैसे IP address में भी देखो हर एक तो IP numbers होते हैं ना, but हर एक IP numbers के याद तो नहीं रखा सकते 1.7 127.0.9.225 पॉइंट समथिंग ऐसे तो याद डेफिनेटली नहीं रख सकते, इतना सारा वेब एड्रेस याद रखना पड़ेगा, फिर कैसे रखेंगे? सो फॉर दैट वी यूज टू गिव द होस्ट नेम. सो सिमिलरली फॉर एंड्रॉइड आल्सो वर्जन नंबर्स को याद रखा मुश्किल हो सकता है, उसके लिए याद रखना मुश्किल हो सकता है, उसके लिए हर एक वर्जन को एक एक नाम दिया गया है. और जाहिर सी बात है इधर हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि हर एक वर्जन है एकदम स्वीट डिशेस के ऊपर. सो कपकेक, डोनट, हर एक चीज अल्फाबेटिक ऑर्डर में है अप टू आर, जो कि लास्ट ईयर रिलीज हुआ था सितंबर में. और ये एपीआई लेवल जो लास्ट कॉलम है ये कहाँ कैसे कब यूज होगा ये हम दिखाएंगे जब हम एप्लीकेशन दिखाएंगे. कुछ देर में शायद हम एक एप्लीकेशन दिखाएंगे, तब उसमें दिखाएंगे ये एपीआई नंबर कैसे हम लोग को हेल्प कर सकता है. और क्यों एपीआई नंबर जानना भी बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है एक डेवलपर के लिए. एक यूजर के लिए, एंड्रॉइड यूजर के लिए जानना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है API number, but for a developer it's very important to know the API level, the API number associated with each and every versions. हर एक के लिए देखो चाहे एक या एक से ज्यादा API level mention किया हुआ है. So it's very important for us. So कैसे कहाँ यूज होगा वो हम बताएंगे जब हम लोग एप्लीकेशन करेंगे. अब नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में जाते हैं. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड आर्किटेक्चर है, बट आर्किटेक्चर को एक्सप्लेन करने से पहले हम पूछना चाहेंगे तुम लोग से, एवरीवन हैज रिसीव्ड द मेल और द इंफॉर्मेशन, आई मीन मैसेज रिगार्डिंग योर सॉफ्टवेयर दैट यू नीड टू इंस्टॉल इन योर लैपटॉप और डेस्कटॉप, व्हाटएवर यू आर यूजिंग. Okay, so
Yes,
have you
ma'am.
installed? Acha, have you installed? Have you people installed it? Acha, Pratima, Pragati has done it. Rest. Okay. So I think more or less everyone has done it. Is there anybody who has not done it or facing any sort of problem related to installation? ऐसा कोई है जिसको दिक्कत हो रहा है इंस्टॉल करने में या इंस्टॉल हुआ नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ कोई है तुम लोग में से? I hope सबका हो गया. Everyone has done it successfully. I hope none of you has faced any sort of problem while installing the software. So we are going to use the software. अच्छा, ये आर्किटेक्चर एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. एक्सप्लेन करने से पहले चलो एक एप्लीकेशन बनाते हैं. लेट्स स्टार्ट एन एप्लीकेशन, डेवलपिंग एन एप्लीकेशन. Android Studio, currently the version available for Android Studio is 4.1.2. I have that version only in my system. I don't know about you. I guess you people are also having that version only in your system. If you have installed it means latestly. So recently, if you have installed it, definitely you are going to have this version only in your system. What is the RAM size of your system? The system in which means which you are using for your for your application. What is the RAM size of the system? 4 GB, 8 GB, or above it? 8
Ma'am,
GB.
8 GB.
Acha. Saurav also having 8 GB. Sonali is having 8 GB. 8. So I guess maximum of you or maybe all of you are at least having 8 GB of the system. So minimum requirement है 4 GB, but बहुत अच्छे से चलता है 8 GB अगर रहेगा तो, क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर हम देखे थे तुम लोग के बहुत जन के इवन तुम लोग के कॉलेज के सिस्टम में भी बहुत दिक्कत हुआ था इस yes that's I'm coming to that point sort of. So बहुत दिक्कत हुआ था 4 GB में, क्योंकि इमुलेटर नहीं चलते हैं, सिस्टम बहुत हैंग करते हैं, ये सब दिक्कत होते हैं. So 8 GB मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट है 4 GB. किसी का अगर 4 GB है कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट 4 से कम है तो ऑब्वियसली देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम, ह्यूज प्रॉब्लम फॉर यू गाइस. सो 4 एंड अबव 4 इज एक्सेप्टेबल. अब इमुलेटर के बाद तुम लोग जब किए छे रहे हो, दैट इज एंड्रॉयड वर्चुअल डिवाइस जिसे हम लोग कहते हैं, या एंड्रॉयड इमुलेटर, ये जो हम लोग टेस्टिंग या रन करने में हम लोग यूज कर सकते हैं. बट किसी किसी का 8 GB में भी एंड्रॉयड इमुलेटर रन करने में दिक्कत होते हैं, क्योंकि एंड्रॉयड इमुलेटर रिक्वायर्स लॉट्स ऑफ रैम स्पेस, एक्चुअली लॉट्स ऑफ रिसोर्सेस लेते हैं. So it's totally up to your own choice. If you want to run your app in Android emulator, you can run it, or you can easily run it in your mobile device also. There is no harm. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, कोई कंपल्सरी नहीं है, नहीं तुमको एंड्रॉयड इमुलेटर में ही रन करना पड़ेगा, ऐसा नहीं है. हाँ, कई कुछ एग्जांपल हम दिखाएंगे या कुछ हम करने बोलेंगे जब तुम लोग की फेस करोगे कि हाँ एंड्रॉयड इमुलेटर से रियल डिवाइस यूज करेंगे तो ज्यादा फायदे में रहेगा. So I prefer means always I recommend you people by default Android emulator बहुत अच्छा बात है, but फोन भी यूज करो पैरेलली, अच्छा होगा तुम लोग के लिए. डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस डिपेंडिंग ऑन डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस इजी रहेगा. फोन रियल डिवाइस यूज करोगे तो तब जाकर या तुम्हारे अगर एंड्रॉयड मतलब वर्चुअल डिवाइस में अगर तुम लोग मेल सेटअप वगैरह वगैरह जैसे हम लोग रियल डिवाइस में करते हैं वैसा अगर सेटअप वगैरह सब कुछ कर रहे हो तो इट्स फाइन, यू कैन यूज इमुलेटर आल्सो, there is no problem. So let's start. Definitely अगर तुम लोग एंड्रॉयड स्टूडियो को ओपन किए हो, ऐसा स्क्रीन मिल रहा है तुम लोग को हर किसी को. चेक इट आउट जस्ट. Are getting this kind of screen or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So everyone is getting this kind of screen and सबसे पहला ही ऑप्शन है जो बोल रहे create a new project. So हर किसी को क्लिक करना पड़ेगा in create new project. As I said you or as I explained you or you people know that Android is available in different platform, in phone, tablet, smart watches, TV, automotives, etc etc. तो इसके लिए देखो हर एक मतलब प्लेटफॉर्म और Android Studio ऑफिशियल क्या बोले ऑफिशियल सॉफ्टवेयर है डेवलपमेंट का, तो इसीलिए it's okay Saurav, there is no problem if you use your emulator. As I said you but sometimes we कुछ एप्लीकेशन देखोगे एंड्रॉयड इमुलेटर में रन तो हो जाएगा बट अच्छे से आउटपुट नहीं आएगा. जो तुम्हारे रियल डिवाइस में करोगे तो अच्छे से आउटपुट आएगा. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल हम पहले ही बता देते कैमरा वाला. जब कैमरा आप दिखाएंगे तो एंड्रॉइड इमुलेटर एक डमी इमेज लेकर चलता है जो चेस बोर्ड टाइप का रहता है, बट रियल डिवाइस में रखोगे तो तुम रियर कैमरा, फ्रंट कैमरा जैसे भी यूज करना चाहो वैसे उस हिसाब से तुम फोटो खींच सकते हो एंड उसको यूज कर सकते हो। तो ऐसे ही कुछ सॉर्ट ऑफ एग्जाम्पल एंड ऑप्शंस के लिए हम रियल डिवाइस पैरेलली यूज करने के लिए हम बोल रहे थे, और कोई बात नहीं। You can definitely go for emulator. Even I will also show you in emulator only. Okay. I hope everyone has got my point. What I'm trying to say. Okay. So as I was saying, so our intention is to develop an app that can run on phone or tablet. अब फोन और टैबलेट के लिए जब ऐप हम लोग डेवलप करेंगे, सबसे पहले क्या चाहिए होगा, हम लोग को एक टेम्पलेट चाहिए होगा। टेम्पलेट मतलब मान सकते हो एक मतलब एक फोरम जिसके ऊपर हम लोग अपना डिजाइन अपने मन से कर सकते हैं, या एक डिफॉल्ट एप्लीकेशन या डिफॉल्ट कोडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म बोल सकते हो। सो उस हिसाब से इधर डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ टेम्पलेट, डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ ऑटोमेटिव ऑप्शंस दिया हुआ है, जिसमें से हम लोग हर हमेशा चूज करेंगे या ज्यादा तक चूज करने वाले एम्प्टी एक्टिविटी को। Since you people are, I guess you are learning Android for the first time. I don't know you people have previous experience or you have any knowledge on Android or not. But हम मान ले रहे सब कोई पहली बार Android सीख रहे, किसी के पास पहला कोई experience नहीं है, तो उस हिसाब से empty activity को choose कर रहे। Now after selecting the empty activity, now click on next. As soon as you click on next, it will ask you for providing a project name. So हम इधर project name मान लो हम देते हैं, तुम लोग CIT के हो, CIT underscore या CIT space app1 दे रहे। ध्यान से देखो, जैसे ही हम प्रोजेक्ट नेम पुट किए उस हिसाब से मेरा एक पैकेज का जो नाम है, हर कोई जानते हैं कि जावा में पैकेज बोलकर एक सिस्टम होता है, मतलब एक फोल्डर जैसा बनता है जिस फोल्डर में हम लोग रिलेटेड फाइल्स को एक साथ क्लब करके रखते हैं। सो पैकेज वैसे ही वही चीज है, इधर भी पैकेज क्रिएट होगा हर एक एप्लीकेशन के लिए, डेडिकेटेड पैकेज, एंड दैट पैकेज is having a name, the name that we have provided over here. Now with that name, it's getting saved in a place. जैसे हम ई ड्राइव में सेव करें, तुम लोग अपना चॉइस, इट्स टोटली योर चॉइस, जिस ड्राइव में तुम लोग को सेव करना है तुम लोग सेव कर सकते हो। इट्स नॉट कंपल्सरी, जैसे सी ड्राइव में एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो इंस्टॉल हुआ है तो सी ड्राइव में ही सेव करना पड़ेगा तुम्हारे एप्लीकेशन, ऐसा कोई कंपल्सरी नहीं है। जिस ड्राइव में चाहो उस ड्राइव में तुम सेव कर सकते हो अपना एप्लीकेशन को। नेक्स्ट, कमिंग टू द लैंग्वेज, already said we are going to use Java, not Kotlin, so you should choose the language Java over here. Don't forget it to choose proper language. अगर तुम लोग चेंज नहीं किए तो एरर मिलेगा। एरर इन द सेंस तुम्हारे Kotlin का फाइल्स क्रिएट हो पाएगा, जावा का फाइल्स तुम लोग नहीं क्रिएट कर पाओगे। So ensure that you are choosing only Java language here. Next, अभी हम दिखा रहे थे ना तुम लोग इसमें API नंबर, हम बोले भी है कि जब हम लोग एप्लीकेशन बनाएंगे तब हम डिस्कस करेंगे API नंबर क्या होते हैं और क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है फॉर अ डेवलपर। Now it's time to explain you why it is important. हर कोई देखो मिनिमम SDK बोलकर एक पॉइंट मेंशन किया है, it's mentioned over here minimum SDK. Now what's this minimum SDK or what is the requirement of this minimum SDK? everyone of you are here for learning how we can develop an app in Android, or how we can develop an Android app. Now, as you people mentioned, हर कोई Android device use कर रहे हो. Now, whether means are all of you are using same version of Android in your real device? हम real device की ही बात कर रहे हैं. Are you people using same versions of Android? Definitely not. I don't think so. Maybe some are using Android 11, maybe some are using Android 10, maybe some are using Pi या Oreo या maybe Nougat. कोई ना कोई मतलब हर कोई अलग अलग वर्जन यूज करे, चाहे हो सकते हैं एक से ज्यादा सेम वर्जन भी यूज कर सकते हैं, बट प्रोबेबिलिटी परसेंटेज ज्यादा इसी होने का है कि हर एक के पास अलग अलग वर्जन्स होगा एंड्रॉइड के लिए. As we people are using different versions of Android in our mobile device, so we cannot build up an app for different versions individually. Is it possible or is it visible to develop different app for different versions of Android? I repeat my question. Is it possible to develop different app for different version of Android in mobile phone? No, not at all. It's not possible at all. So what we should choose? We should choose a minimum SDK. Now, why SDK will help us over here? SDK, choosing minimum SDK will help us to run our app that we are developing or will be developing to run in any of the device, irrespective of Android system working over there, means Android operating system in that mobile phone. Irrespective of that, we can run our application easily. So to do so, this API, knowing this API and choosing this API number is very, very essential. So if I click over here, you will find that maximum Jelly Bean से इधर दिया हुआ है. उसके पहले का नहीं है, क्योंकि उसके पहले का मान सकते हो तुम लोग ऑलमोस्ट ऑब्सक्योर हो गए, कोई इतना पुराने यूज नहीं करता. आइसक्रीम सैंडविच, जिंजर ब्रेड, वो सब मतलब कोई यूज नहीं करते. हार्डली जेली बेन से ही सबको, मतलब जितना भी मोबाइल फोन हो पुराना, सबको के पास जेली बेन या ऊपर के वर्जन ही मिलेगा. किसी के पास उसके कम अभी नहीं मिलेगा. अभी रिसेंट टाइम का बात करते हैं. So over here, that's why the option we are getting from the Jelly Bean version. Till which version? Till the version R. That is जो latest रिलीज हुए वही वर्जन तक हम लोग को इधर दिख रहे या मिल रहे. ना अगर एंड्रॉइड आर चूज करेंगे तो सिर्फ जिसके पास एंड्रॉइड आर रहेगा, जिस मोबाइल पर एंड्रॉइड आर रहेगा, सिर्फ वही पीपल एंड्रॉइड ऐप को यूज करता है, मतलब ये ऐप को यूज कर सकते हैं. बट हम लोग का उससे कोई फायदा नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हम लोग चाहते हैं कि मैक्सिमम ऑफ द यूजर, हर कोई हम लोग का एप्स यूज करे और सही सही एप्स यूज करे. तो उसके लिए क्या करेंगे? उसके लिए हम लोग ऐसा कोई एक वर्जन चूज करेंगे जो मतलब जो ऑब्सक्योर भी नहीं है मार्केट में, और जो रिसेंटली रिलीज हुए या हाल फिलहाल में 1-2 साल में रिलीज हुए, ऐसा भी नहीं है. ऐसा एक ऑप्शन चूज करना पड़ेगा. तो जैसे हम पसंद करते API 21, that is Lollipop 5.0 वर्जन. इसको हम मिनिमम SDK के रूप में हम लोग यूज करने वाले, ताकि मेरे जो ऐप है वो ऐप लॉलीपॉप और उसके ऊपर जितना भी वर्जन हुआ है या जितना भी वर्जन है रिलीज हुए है तक, हर एक वर्जन में मेरा ऐप स्मूथली रन कर सके. And that's the requirement of having API number. API stands for Application Programming Interface. I hope you guys know. Yes, if you are facing hardly network problem, you can definitely. So API number is very, very essential. What is API? As I said, API is full form is application programming interface. So don't type out application programming interface. What do you understand by API? Say me that. I don't want any bookish language. अपना ही language में बताओ तुम क्या समझते हो, अपना ही words में explain करो. I don't want any bookish और Google से कोई definition उठाकर paste कर दो, ऐसा हमको नहीं चाहिए. Connect to database or data warehouses. अच्छा, okay. So I got a reply from Suraj. REST. API. I don't think you are hearing it for the first time. तुम लोग 5th सेम में हो तो मींस यूज मतलब सुने ही हो ये अब्रिविएशन जावा में या किसी और में सुने हो आई गेस. What? और किसी के पास कोई रिप्लाई नहीं है? What happens? Veta, Pratima, who's there? Saurav. Then Pragati, Sonali. What happened? No reply from you people. It's an interface between for two or more software to interact with each other. Basically acts as mediator. It allows two application to talk. Yes, exactly. So mediator word ज़्यादा पसंद आया मेरे को. So because actually it's a mediator. Numeric identifier. अच्छा, okay. Fine. So API application programming interface. Interface term से हम लोग को समझ में आ रहा है कि ये किसी ना किसी के बीच में कुछ ना कुछ लिंक बता रहे, कुछ ना कुछ ब्रिजिंग सॉर्ट ऑफ बताएगा. So API एक ब्रिज के जैसा काम करते हैं between two ends. What are the two ends? हम अगर इसी रेस्पेक्ट में बोले तो टू एंड से एक एंड है हम लोग का ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम जो हम लोग के मोबाइल में रन करे और दूसरा एंड है ये एप्लीकेशन. सो एपीआई इन दोनों के बीच में ब्रिज का काम कर रहे हैं जो कि हम लोग इस नंबर से आर्किटेक्चर एक एंड है एंड्रॉइड आर्किटेक्चर जो चल रहे हैं उसके बीच और ऐप के बीच में ब्रिज का काम कर रहे ये एपीआई नंबर. सो इसी वर्जन नंबर से हम लोग बोल सकते हैं, इसी एपीआई नंबर से हम लोग मतलब डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि ये ऐप पर्टिकुलर वर्जन में पर्टिकुलर एंड्रॉइड वर्जन में रन कर सकते हैं या नहीं कर सकते. क्लियर? क्लियर एवरीवन? व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट? So whenever you require to choose a minimum SDK level, please choose it correctly. एक गलती होगी इसमें चूज करने में तो बहुत दिक्कत आ सकते हैं. So choose it correctly. So choose such a version that was not obscure in the market, that was not very recent in the market also. Choose such a version. So now configuration तो complete हो गया. अब finally क्या? फिनिश. मतलब अब प्रोजेक्ट को फाइनली ठीक से बिल्डअप करने का टाइम आ गया है. सो फिनिश में क्लिक करो और इसको बिल्ड होने दो. ये जो बिल्डिंग प्रोसेस है ना इसमें कुछ वक्त लगता है, कुछ टाइम लगते हैं, तो वो टाइम तुम लोग को तो देना ही पड़ेगा, हर किसी को देना ही पड़ेगा. देयर इज नो अदर ऑप्शन टू इट. सो देखो हर एक जगह लोडिंग प्रोसेस चल रहे हैं. इफ आई क्लिक ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट, so loading, so स्कैनिंग हो रहे, लोडिंग हो रहे, मेरा प्रोजेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर लोडिंग होगा, स्कैनिंग होगा. सो जब तक ये लोडिंग स्कैनिंग चलते हैं तब तक हम लोग चलो कुछ और कुछ जान लेते हैं रिलेटेड टू एंड्रॉयड, जो हम लोग को आगे जाकर काम आएगा. सो ये जब तक हो रहे तब तक चले जाते मेरे आर्किटेक्चर में. नाउ एज हम बोल रहे थे, हर एक ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का अपना अपना एक आर्किटेक्चर होता है. सिमिलरली फॉर एंड्रॉयड आल्सो देयर इज एन आर्किटेक्चर. सो व्हाट इज द आर्किटेक्चर प्रैक्टिस इन एंड्रॉयड? Android may you will find, in case of Android, currently if you check out the internet, you will find this architecture. In official documentation also, in Android official documentation, if you go through it, you will find this architecture. But हम क्यों ये architecture दिखा रहे हैं? क्योंकि ये प्राइमरी आर्किटेक्चर है, ये बेसिक आर्किटेक्चर है, जिसको बोला जाते 5 stack आर्किटेक्चर या DVM आर्किटेक्चर. DVM आर्किटेक्चर, DVM का फुल फॉर्म है डेल्विक वर्चुअल मशीन, जो कि इधर मेंशन किया हुआ है. See why I have said you this is to be the 5 stack architecture. This is the stack 1, stack 1, stack 2, stack 3, stack 4 and finally stack 5. एक stack के जैसे everyone have learned about data structures, सबको पता है stack क्या होते हैं. So stack के जैसे एक के ऊपर एक है, एक के ऊपर एक स्टैक किया हुआ है, बिल्ड किया हुआ है, तो उसके लिए बोला जाता है इसको 5 स्टैक आर्किटेक्चर, जिसमें पहला स्टैक है मेरा कर्नल, लिनक्स कर्नल. ऑलरेडी आई सेड यू कि एंड्रॉयड यूजेस लिनक्स operating. Android is an operating system which is built on the Linux platform, so obviously it's the kernel, the core is based on the Linux one. Above that we are having the libraries. Next we are having the Android runtime, which help us to run our application. Above that we are having application framework and finally the applications. जिस layer में हर एक एप्लीकेशन हम लोग का इंस्टॉल हो रहे हैं वो है एप्लीकेशन लेयर. तो कर्नल लेयर में क्या है? कर्नल लेयर में हर एक जो हार्डवेयर हम लोग का है, मींस फोन का डिस्प्ले बोलो या माइक्रोफोन, पावर मैनेजमेंट, जो भी चीज है, हर एक चीज इज रिलेटेड टू लिनक्स कर्नल. So our Linux kernel is built up with the drivers, different software drivers, now which help our hardware to functional properly, to make it functional properly. Above that we have the library section. Within the libraries we have different set of libraries that help us to use different kinds of application in different kinds of feature in an application. Like अगर नेटवर्क रिलेटेड चाहिए होगा तो SSL लेयर, सिक्योर सॉकेट लेयर, क्योंकि इंटरनेट वगैरह हम लोग यूज करें तो उसके लिए सिक्योर सॉकेट लेयर चाहिए होगा. ग्राफिक्स, एनिमेशन, ये सब के लिए लाइब्रेरीज OpenGL, SGL, ES, ये सब लाइब्रेरीज यूज होते हैं. इनबिल्ट डेटाबेस पाए जाते हैं हम लोग के फोन में ही, वो जो है उसको बोला जाता है SQLite. देन वेब ब्राउजर हम लोग यूज करें तो उसके लिए एक लाइब्रेरी यूज हो रहा है जो है वेबकिट. तो ऐसे ऐसे हर एक लाइब्रेरी इधर है, जो लाइब्रेरी एक या उससे ज्यादा लाइब्रेरी एक डेडिकेटेड काम के लिए यूज किया जा रहा है, सो दैट वी कैन यूज इट इन दैट पर्टिकुलर एप्लीकेशन इजीली. Now after this layer we have the Android runtime. As I mentioned before, Android runtime is the layer which help our application to execute. How it will be executed? To execute an application, we require some code libraries which help us or which works like a helper to running our application. So those are the code libraries. Now, apart from this code libraries, we have the Delvik virtual machine जो है कंपाइलर के जैसा काम कर रहे हैं. हर किसी को पता है JVM हम लोग यूज करते हैं जावा के लिए. Yes or no? Everyone has learned about JVM, I guess. ऐसा कोई नहीं होगा जो जावा पर है बट JVM पहली बार सुन रहा है. Isn't it? So Delvik virtual machine is very similar to JVM, but JVM में सिर्फ जावा प्रोग्राम के लिए यूज होते हैं, but Delvik virtual machine हेल्प करते हैं हम लोग को APK फाइल बिल्डअप करने में. हर किसी को पता है कि हम लोग फाइनली APK फाइल को ही इंस्टॉल करते हैं हम लोग के मोबाइल में, जो हम लोग को ऐप रन करने में या एग्जीक्यूट करने में हेल्प करते हैं. So now what is the process of building that APK file? Or who is responsible for building up that APK file? DVM, Delvik Virtual Machine. So Delvik Virtual Machine, it has different steps which help us to do that thing. I'm not going into too much in details at the moment. So Delvik Virtual Machine help us to generate the APK file. Next, application framework. As I was saying repeatedly, the Android SDK help us to develop our application, help us in develop our application as a framework. Why? Because this framework architecture में ये framework है, layer है, framework layer. जिस framework layer में हर एक manager मिलते हैं. जो manager हर एक डेडिकेटेड मैनेजर्स है, सुपरवाइजर है, जो हेल्प करते हैं उस पर्टिकुलर सर्विस को हम लोग को एनेबल करने में. लाइक लोकेशन चाहते हो तो लोकेशन मैनेजर, टेलीफोन फोन कॉल करना चाहते हो तो टेलीफोन मैनेजर, या फोन कॉल वगैरह फोन कॉल रिलेटेड कोडिंग लिखना चाहते हो तो टेलीफोन मैनेजर. अगेन विंडो जो है हम लोग का जो डिस्प्ले है, उस डिस्प्ले को मैनेज करने के लिए वी हैव विंडो मैनेजर. सो डिफरेंट lots of forms are there, different managers, different supports are there which is helping to build up our application with the help of the manager. And finally, as I said, application is a last layer where our application used to get installed. So between our application and the libraries, application frameworks works like a middle tier. So ये है like mediator between the application, our applications and the libraries. यहाँ तक जो भी application हम लोग build up करने वाले वो आप भी इधर ही build होगा. So this is all about this DVM architecture. Clear? So in the meantime, so let's check it out. मेरा project तो build हो गया है, मेरे को दिख रहा है. What about you people? तुम लोग का project क्या build हो गया है? See, Android Studio only support Java and Kotlin languages. It's not like that. Android Studio is known as the official IDE, Integrated Development Environment, जो एडिटर हम लोग को प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. जिस एडिटर में जो भी सपोर्ट्स चाहिए होगा वो सारा सपोर्ट्स इस एडिटर के थ्रू मिल जाएगा. तुम लोग अगर चाहो तो एक्लिप्स में भी, पता नहीं तुम लोग को पता है कि नहीं या सुने हो कि नहीं, एक्लिप्स में भी हम लोग एंड्रॉइड का प्रोग्राम बनाते थे या इंटेलिजे में भी बनते हैं, बट हर एक सपोर्ट नहीं मिलते हैं. बिकॉज व्हाई नॉट? बिकॉज इट्स नॉट डेडिकेटेड फॉर दैट पर्पस. इंटेलिजे से हम लोग जावा एप्लीकेशन भी बना सकते हैं, जावा वेब एप्लीकेशन, या एक्लिप्स से जावा वेब एप्लीकेशन या जावा GUI एप्लीकेशन, ये सब एप्लीकेशन बना सकते हैं. But Android Studio is that particular IDE which can or which is used for development of Android programs only. So since it is a dedicated ID, that's why we get all the supports which requires for Android. We hardly need to install it individually. हाँ, कोई अगर external package या library use करना पड़ेगा तो definitely we need to install it. Otherwise हर एक support, primary support जो भी चाहिए होगा एक एप्लीकेशन बिल्डअप करने में एंड्रॉइड के लिए, हर एक सपोर्ट तुमको ये स्टूडियो दे देगा. इसीलिए हम लोग बोलते हैं हर टाइम मीन्स मतलब कंपनीज में भी जो जिन लोग एंड्रॉइड का प्रोडक्ट सेल करते हैं उन लोग भी एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो ही प्रेफर करते हैं. गूगल बोलो या जो भी बोलो, हर कोई एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो ही प्रेफर करते हैं सेटअप करने के लिए, यूज करने के लिए या एप्लीकेशन को बनाने के लिए. ओके So clear to everyone? So now हर किसी का एप्लीकेशन बिल्डअप हो गया या किसी का प्रोसेस अभी तक चल रहा है? Is there anybody whose process is still going on or is hasn't completed? See, means those processes and is completed, they will find two files are already been opened. One is Java file, extension Java है और या इसका structure देखकर ही समझ में आ रहा है ये Java class ही है. And another one is XML file. Do you people know how to use XML or what is XML? Any prior knowledge regarding XML?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So everyone know it or is it only for Saurav? Okay. So see, XML जानना means it's not compulsory that yes you have to know XML, but if you know XML, it can means like a additive knowledge and additive helper. So it's okay, fine then. So I hope तुम लोग को easy होगा इसको समझने में, इसको लिखने में भी. And apart from that we are going to use the programming language which is Java over here. Now इस फाइल में क्या है नहीं है उस चीज में जाने से पहले हम एक बार लास्टली तुम लोग को रिसेंट जो आर्किटेक्चर यूज होते हैं उसके बारे में थोड़ा डिस्कस कर लेंगे. So this is the architecture. ये लास्ट जो वर्जन दिखा है इस वर्जन के सुपरवाइज वर्जन है and basically 21 and above levels are using this architecture only. Nowadays we use this architecture for our Android operating system. Now this architecture is known as ART architecture because here means almost everything are similar. सिर्फ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थोड़ा डिफरेंट है. मीन्स ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वे में ये आर्किटेक्चर को मीन्स बनाया गया या कस्टमाइज किया गया है. और जो मेन डिफरेंस जो है वो है इसमें एंड्रॉइड रन टाइम में. एंड्रॉइड रन टाइम में हम लोग लास्ट स्लाइड में देखे थे DVM डेल्विक वर्चुअल मशीन यूज हो रहे हैं, बट इधर यूज होते ART आर्किटेक्चर, that is Android runtime architecture. So why is it so? Because ART is a better than DVM in all aspect. Like garbage collection बहुत अच्छे से होते हैं क्योंकि हम लोग XML देन जावा या Kotlin ये सब लैंग्वेज यूज करते हैं, तो इसीलिए गार्बेज कलेक्शन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर बन जाते हैं. तो ART में वो चीज बहुत अच्छे से होते हैं. देन जस्ट इन कंपाइलेशन GIT कंपाइलर एम्बेडेड है इसमें, तो और अच्छे से और जल्दी कंपाइलेशन करने के लिए, स्मूथ कंपाइलेशन एग्जीक्यूशन को एनेबल फास्टिंग करने के लिए ART यूज होते हैं. देन स्टोरेज को मैनेज करने के लिए ART यूज होते हैं, अच्छे से ज्यादा अच्छे से होते हैं। तो ये सब डिफरेंट रीजन के कारण we prefer using ART over the DVM, and that's why it has replaced, actually it has totally replaced DVM with the ART one. So this is the only difference between the previous primary architecture and the ongoing one. Okay, so this only I need to say regarding the architecture installation done. Yes, steps already I have discussed. Now I'm going to, there is no more to discuss over here. Now I'm going to discuss the file system, but almost it's 1 o'clock. It's already been 1. So I will start developing the application from the next class. So already we have created this project. Now इस प्रोजेक्ट में कैसे चेंजेस किया जाते हैं, क्या चेंज करेंगे, क्या नहीं करेंगे, कैसे इस प्रोजेक्ट को हम लोग अपने प्रोजेक्ट ब्यूटीफाई कर सकते हैं, फीचर्स लर्न कर सकते हैं, वो सब हम लोग कल से शुरू करेंगे. फाइन. सो क्लियर एवरीवन. अगर ऐसा कोई है जिसको एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो में दिक्कत हो रही है, मतलब इंस्टॉल नहीं हुआ है या कुछ ऐसा दिक्कत अभी भी है, तो आई विल आस्क देम प्लीज डू इट, प्लीज कंप्लीट इट बाय टुडे, सो दैट from tomorrow we don't face any difficulty. And as mentioned by sir also earlier, that please join the class latest by 11:05, नहीं तो बहुत दिक्कत होगा. So I hope you have understood today's class, whatever been covered, and I hope you like the way I'm teaching you guys, and I hope you will be liking so on. So is the class okay with you?
Yes, ma'am.
So again I'm saying, if you face any difficulty, please feel free to ask me anytime. So thank you everyone. Let's end it